wisdom, knowledge, understanding, mercy,
power. Because a true God lives forever. Okay? So we're going back to that, brothers. We're going back to living forever, being the true gods that we're supposed to be. And this is what's happening, and it starts with the elect of the nation of Israel, the chosen few that the Lord is calling right now to bring them back to their godlike status.
Call Allah YAHAWAH BAHASHAM BAHASHAM QADASH RAWCHAA to the elected and 1/3 of the children of Israel. Double honors to the teachers and the head apostles of the GREATMILLSTONE who rule well. Peace and salutations to the argument pushing out this work with genuine truth and sincerity. Tonight's class will be the dietary laws, Leviticus 11. Alright, my name is Brother Daniela, and tonight's reader will be
Ben YAHAWAH.
Ben YAHAWAH. Soon the brother's gonna have a name very soon. So right now he's just the son of Judah right now. So call Allah YAHAWAH BAHASHAM for that. Alright. So we're gonna go back to the basics of the dietary laws, because we must know these dietary laws, you know what I'm saying? So we have to keep the law, statutes, and commandments as a people, and we must keep it at the best of our ability, like John 14:15 says, like, if ye love me, keep my commandments. And also first John 5:3, like, for this is the love of God, you know what I'm saying, that we keep his commandments, and for his commandments is not grievous. So it's not that hard to keep, and we can't keep all 613. So, but you can't keep these, and it's very easy. Okay, so this I start at verse 1, Akim. So book, chapter, and verse.
This Leviticus chapter. This is Leviticus chapter verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, saying unto them, speak to the children of Israel, saying, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth.
Khan. So right now, Moses is speaking to the children of Israel with Aaron, So him and Aaron are brothers, which are Levites from the tribe of Levi. They're speaking to the children of Israel, telling them what to eat and what not to eat. Okay? So, verse 3, go ahead.
Whosoever parteth the hoof
whatsoever
is cloven-footed. Whatsoever parteth the hoof and is cloven-footed, and with the cud among the beasts that shall ye eat.
See? So he's telling anything that's a part of the hoof and is cloven-footed and chewed the cud among the beasts shall ye eat. So any animal that has that requirement, it is clean unto the children of Israel. Okay? So now we're going down the list of things that we cannot eat. Okay? So verse 4.
Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that bite the hoof, as the camel, because he cheweth the cud, and devoured not the hoof. He is unclean unto you.
You see? And chewing the cud is when the animal eats and regurgitates the food. So like it goes through a process, you know what I'm saying? And plus chewing the cud is eating like the vegetation in the field. So like, for example, cows, goats, so those kind of animals that eat, and has like a digestive, like proper digestive system, you know what I'm saying? So like those kind of animals we can eat, but if it doesn't chew the cud, so nevertheless these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the hoof, as the camel. Okay, as the camel, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean to you. Okay, so he has one requirement, but he loses the other requirement in verse 3. So we cannot eat camels, you know? Okay, so verse 5.
And the coney, because he cheweth the cud, but divideth not the hoof, he is unclean unto you.
See, the coney is part of the rabbit family. Okay, so the coney is an animal that we cannot eat. Okay, so because he chewed the cud, meaning, yeah, like rabbits are known for eating vegetation, but divideth not the hoof, so he lost the requirement, he is unclean to you. Okay, so we cannot eat conies. Alright, verse 6.
And the hare, because he cheweth the cud, but divided not the hoof, he is unclean unto you.
You see? So the hare, which is related to a rabbit, but it's a smaller version of a rabbit. Okay? So just like the other animals, he has one requirement, but he loses the other. He's unclean to you. Plain and simple. And the scriptures are plain in speech. Okay? So verse 7.
And the swine, though he divided the hoof, and he be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean unto you.
You see? And I recently made a class about that. Swine is the most eaten meat around the world. Majority of the people lack of knowledge of what they eat. Half of them are ignorant and they know what's up. Swine, it should be avoided. That's the number one animal. Every unclean animal should be avoided, but swine is the number one meat that's eaten around the world. And soon, I believe there's going to be some sort of plague on the swine, and people got to be really careful and to repent of not eating swine. Okay, so verse 8.
Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you.
You see, like for example, if you go to your like so-called best friend's house or a family get-together, and they have pepperoni pizza, and they say, "Hey, I know you don't eat pork. Just take out the pepperoni." No, we are not allowed to touch the carcass of the swine. Okay, so if there's pork in any food, you know what I'm saying, and if you eat it on accident, just repent and don't eat it. Okay, or if it's plain in sight, don't go near it. You know. So of their flesh shall ye not eat, their carcass shall ye not touch, they are unclean to you. So avoid it as best as you can. Okay? Alright, verse 9, Akim.
These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas and rivers,
You're breaking
them
up.
shall ye eat.
You're breaking up. It got like a static noise to it.
Alright, verse 9.
There you go. Yeah, verse 9.
These shall ye eat.
Yeah, go ahead.
These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
You see? So these shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters, in the seas and in the rivers, them shall ye eat. Albacore, tuna, grouper, alright, wild salmon, anything with scales and fins. Alright, so you see how the Most High has other animals for you to eat instead of eating these bottom feeders. He's a merciful God. He's a merciful power. He still allows you to eat some animals that he created just for your health, So, people are ignorant of that. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Hosea 4 and 6. Okay? So verse 10, Akim.
And all that have in scales in the
Repeat that.
seas
Repeat
and
that.
in the
Repeat that. You're breaking up.
and all have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers of all that in the water and of living things which is in the waters, they shall be abomination unto you.
You see? So anything that does not have fins or scales in the seas or in the rivers, and of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters shall be an abomination unto you. People eating crab, shrimp, lobster, clams, oysters, squid, man, like, and all these animals clean up the ocean, like they are bottom feeders, okay, which will cause diseases if you eat them. But people
Yeah,
don't
bottom
care.
feeders of the ocean.
Yeah, exactly, they're bottom feeders of the ocean. They clean up the ocean. They're doing what they're supposed to do. That's what the Most High made animals to clean up the sea and the land. The swine to clean up the land, you know, and for these other animals who are in the sea to clean up the ocean. But people take these animals and use them as a delicacy. And that's why so many of our people have so many health problems, like high cholesterol, heart disease, you know,
And
um,
diabetes.
diabetes, you know what I'm saying? Just all kinds of diseases, man, that us Israelites have, man, and they don't consider. They probably consider in the last minute, you know. So stay away from them animals, man. You know what I'm saying? Let them do their job, like the way the Most High, like created them to be. Okay. So verse 11.
They shall be even abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, but ye shall have their carcass in abomination.
Exactly. So it's plain in speech. Don't eat anything with no fins or scales. Okay, it's plain in speech, and the Most High he is very merciful. You see what's going on with Wuhan, China. Somebody eating some sort of bat soup, and you see all these videos of Moabites eating all kinds of bizarre foods. You know, some creatures that are still alive, and they consume those kind of animals. You know, and that's why they're going through what they're going through right now. And now it went from an epidemic to a pandemic. Now this disease is spreaded across the world, you know. But I truly believe it wasn't no bat soup. Yeah, I truly believe it was a man-made disease, tempered, and it's mutating as well. So, alrighty. So verse 12.
Whosoever have no fins nor scales in the waters, that shall be an abomination unto you.
Con to one. Alright, verse 13.
And these are they which ye have in abomination among the fowls. They shall not be eaten. They are an abomination. The eagle and the
Ostrich.
ostrich,
Yeah, which is the ostrich.
and the osprey.
Con. So, and these are they which ye shall have an abomination among the fowls. So fowls are the birds of the air, the birds of the heavens. Okay, and it mentions like they are an abomination. The eagle, all right, because eagles, the ostrich, which is the ostrich, and the osprey, they're all scavengers. Anything that's dead or anything that's edible to them, they will search around and they will scoop it up. All right. So these birds and in the list down we cannot eat. All right, go ahead. Verse 14.
And the vulture, kite after his kind,
Go ahead.
every raven after his kind,
Con.
and the owl, and the night hawk, and the cuck,
Yeah, cacao.
cacao,
Con.
and the hawk after his kind.
Con. And one little story about the owl, man. I remember I was in high school, and it was late at night, and I was sleeping in my room, and I heard a dog barking and a cat meowing. You know what I'm saying? First I heard the dog, and the dog, you know what I'm saying, got taken out by an owl outside my window. Alright?
Damn.
Yes, yes. Owl took out a little puppy, and then like probably within an hour, I heard cats like screaming and crying, and I heard an owl just scoot up the cat. You know what I'm saying? Owls, man, they are, man, like they're vicious, especially towards small animals. So yeah, that's why we cannot eat them, because they are scavengers and they hunt smaller animals as well. Because what birds do, they get the smaller animals, they pick them all the way up, and they bring them in the air and twist them very quick and break their neck.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what these birds do. So and the owl and the night hawk and the cacao and the hawk after his kind, verse 17 up.
And the little owl, and the cormorant, and the great owl, and the swan, and the pelican, and gear eagle, and the stork, and the heron after his kind, and the lapwing, and the
bat.
Yeah, the Moabites be eating.
Con.
And fowls that creep, going upon all four, shall be abomination unto you.
Con, all fowls that creep, going upon all four, shall be an abomination unto you. That's all fowls that creep. So that's ducks. Ducks, okay? You can't eat duck neither. So duck got webbed feet, and they walk upon all four. Upon all four, all fowls that creep, going upon all four. So, you know what I'm saying? Ducks got webbed feet, so they're an abomination unto you. And I know duck is very huge, and like in East Indian and in West Indian culture. So like West Indies, which is Binyamyan, like they got the customs from the East Indians, and they ate duck. Cause I remember I had a girlfriend, her auntie cooked duck, which I ate when I was in high school. It was, you know what I'm saying? So, and I never knew like it was an unclean animal. You know what I'm saying? Until I got into the truth. Okay. So verse 21.
These may ye eat of every flying creeping thing that goeth upon fours, which have legs above their feet, to leap withal the earth.
So
even these of them.
So stop right there. So verse 21, yet these may ye eat of every flying creeping thing that goeth upon all four, okay, which have legs above their feet, to leap withal upon the earth, which is the chicken. Alright. The chicken got
even these.
Go ahead. Yeah, so verse 21 is talking about the chicken, the turkey, okay? The chicken, turkey, pretty much the chicken and the turkey. So verse 22.
Even these of ye may eat, the locust after his kind, the bald locust after his kind, and the beetle after his kind, and the grasshopper after his kind.
And who ate locust in the wilderness, locust and honey? John the Baptist.
Yeah.
John the Baptist ate locust and honey. And so I've heard locust had, some protein in it. So Brother John was eating good in the wilderness, you know. So when we're in the wilderness and there's locusts around, it's a clean animal to eat, including bald locusts, beetles, and grasshoppers. So you can be getting your protein in the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? So verse 23.
But all other flying creeping things which have 4 feet shall be abomination unto you.
And that is the spider. We can't eat spiders. All right. Spiders have like 4 legs on each side. You know, so we can't eat spiders. We can't eat anything that's related to the spider. Just like crabs. Crabs and spiders are related. You know, so like the crustacean and the arachnia, which is another word for spider. I hope I said that right. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're kind of like cousins. So don't eat those. Okay? So verse 24.
And for these ye shall be unclean unto you. Salaki. And for these ye shall be unclean. Whosoever touches the carcass of them shall be clean until even.
Until the even. So,
Yeah.
And for these ye shall be unclean. Whosoever touches the carcass of them shall be unclean unto the even. So anything so any of these animals that are unclean and an abomination, and you touch them, you are unclean until the next 24 hours. So within the next 24 hours, you are unclean until the even. Okay? And that is the law.
And whosoever.
All right, go ahead.
And so whosoever beareth out of the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the even.
Even the clothes. All right. So anything that you wore on that day and you touch the carcass of any unclean animal, you are unclean until the even. So which is 24 hours from even to even. Okay. Because YAHAWASHI said there's 12 hours in a day in the book of Luke. So 24 hours from even to even. And then you'll be clean again. So verse 26.
The carcass of every beast which divideth the hoof and is not cloven foot or cheweth the cud are unclean unto you. Everyone that touches them shall be unclean.
That's right. All right, verse 27.
And whosoever goeth upon the walls among all manner of beasts that go on all 4, those are unclean unto you. Whosoever touches.
Wait, go ahead. Go ahead.
Whoso touches their carcass shall be unclean until even.
So verse 27, and whatsoever goeth upon his paws. So any animal that has paws, you know what I'm saying? Dogs, cats, okay, otters, okay, lions, tigers, and you know China is very huge on eating dogs and cats. And in China, it's very huge, and also it's even here in Babylon the Great in these Chinese takeouts. Some people think it's actually chicken, but it's not really chicken. It's actually dog, cat, and rat. You think you're eating orange chicken, man? You're eating Master Splinter. So you know what I'm saying? So we can't eat no dogs, no cats, or anything with paws. Alright? And it says, whoso among all beasts of that go on all 4, those are unclean unto you. So that also bears, and the list goes on. Whoso touches their carcass shall be unclean until the even. Okay? So verse 28.
And he that the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the even. They are unclean unto you.
Plain in speech. You know what I'm saying? So verse 29.
These also shall be unclean unto you among the creeping things that creep upon the earth, weasel, and the mouse, and the tortoise after his kind.
So verse 29, these also shall be unclean unto you among the creeping things that creep upon the earth, the weasel and the mouse. All right. In Isaiah 66 mentioned not to eat the mouse, or you're gonna be burned up. Okay. So and the tortoise, which is the turtle. Okay. After his kind. Verse 30. Go ahead.
And the ferret, and the chamalon, and the
Chameleon.
snail.
Yeah,
So
chameleon.
like it.
Yeah, you good. You good. Chameleon.
And snail, and the mole.
So the ferret, which is related to a weasel, the chameleon, which is a lizard, and the lizard, and the snail, which France is huge on the escargot. They eat snails over there, and they add salt to it, and they eat it. That's an abomination. And the mole, which is a rat. Okay. Verse 31.
These are unclean to you among all the creep. Whosoever doth touch them when they are be shall be unclean until the even.
Count on one. All right. So verse 32.
And upon whosoever any of them when they are dead doth fall, it shall be unclean, whether it be any vessel of wood, or skin, or sack, whatsoever vessel it be, wherein any work is done, it must be put into water, and it shall be unclean until the even. So
Count
it
on
shall
one.
be clean.
That's con. All right. So that's our lesson of Leviticus 11, and let's grab one more precept. Go to Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 13.
12 and 13.
Count on one. It's in the Bible, not the Apocrypha. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. All right. So we heard all the animals that we should eat and not eat, and the words are plain in speech. Okay. So we must keep the commandments at the best of our ability, so we can gain salvation, and also to memorize these precepts, and like King David said, thy word have I hid in my heart that I might not sin against thee. To hide these precepts within our hearts, because Isaiah 33:6, for wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. So knowing this milk, you'll be mindful of the law. Okay. So but this is the conclusion of the whole matter. If you don't got it, I got it, Akim.
I got it.
You got it?
Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
Khan. So fear Yahweh and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. That's all he wants you to do. You know what I'm saying? And have faith of YAHAWASHI with genuine truth and sincerity. Do this work with genuine truth and sincerity. Make sure you fast and pray. Make sure you stay in these scriptures, and be a hearer and a doer. Okay? So this was the dietary law class. I hope this was edifying to the elect. Call halal, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, BAHASHAM or QADASH. Double honors to the teachers and the head apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the Akim who are pushing out this work with genuine truth and sincerity. Till next time, I say Shalom.